Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading for January 15th to the 21st. This is for Taurus and Taurus rising. And if you are new to my channel, I do a traditional culture cross spread. I also use astrology and my guide, so I'll bring a lot more clarity. To get more specific and detailed with your reading, Taurus, I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it offers a lot more depth to your reading. Did you hear my dog shake down there? Taurus, this is a big week for you. This is a absolutely marvelous week for you. You could find yourself very social this week, actually. I love this week for you because we kick it off with the sun sextiling Neptune like right away on Monday. And so this is really great. Neptune is in Pisces in your 11th house of your social network, groups you belong to, organizations you belong to, but also your hopes and wishes. So there could be a lot of there's a lot of imagination that comes in, in Pisces, right? With Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces. So a lot of activity. I would suggest you could be really moved today by doing something like going to the art, something with the arts, like maybe going and seeing theater, but there's a lot of compassion around this day too. So I really love this day. I love the way that it kicks off. Now, I wouldn't say nothing, but the weekend is when we have the buildup of like a lot of aspects and really, really great ones. And it starts on Thursday with Mercury sextile and Saturn. And so Saturn, again, being in Pisces. And so that's your 11th house. This is a time where you could have some really great conversations. It is a great time to sign contracts if you're looking to do that. This is a wonderful time to sign contracts. Maybe especially coming after the new year. If you wanted to join a gym, that is kind of like a social outlet. I mean, that's another kind of contract, right? Signing a gym membership or whatnot. But there is, Saturn brings that longevity, that structure and stability as well. So however it applies to you, remember Mercury is in Capricorn. This is going to be a big thing because this is in your 9th house of not only spirituality, but like your belief system, your philosophies, education. So a lot of y'all could be signing, contracts or even thinking about like getting a degree, going back to school, learning something new. It's a really nice time for you. The 9th house is also travel. There could be long distance travel. So there could be something related to long distance travel around this time for y'all as well. And publishing. All right. So this may be a big deal for you, especially coming after that new moon in Capricorn we had last week. So if you are writing on a book, if you're working on a website, if you are a freelance writer or whatnot, or maybe even starting a blog, there is so much potential here. The reason why is because on Friday, Mercury will trine Jupiter. So these 2 days, Thursday and Friday, the 18th and 19th, powerful, powerful, powerful days. Jupiter, as you know, is in your sign. Jupiter, as you know, is no longer retrograde. Mercury, as you know, is no longer retrograde. This is really, really big. So really good time to have an interview, really good time to negotiate something, even travel, like just go out there. This is a day where you could find yourself like having a lot more faith in yourself in the things that you do, in especially your social network too, and groups that you do belong to. Now, the big day obviously is the 20th. All right. It is the 20th when we officially move into Aquarius season, the same day that Pluto moves into Aquarius. This is going to be huge for you. Now, Aquarius season. So there is going to be for the next month, right? A big focus on your career because Aquarius rules your 10th house of career. Okay. If you're not here for career, it's public recognition, the way that you want to be perceived, your social status, leadership, honors, achievement. So this is really big. So here's what's happening. We're going to talk about Pluto and Aquarius later because it's such a big thing in itself. Like, I'm sure you've seen like 4-hour videos of Pluto and Aquarius. I did talk in length about Pluto and Aquarius in a couple previous videos, like the New Year's Eve one and whatnot. But this is just empowerment. This is finding a lot of empowerment, a lot of control. There is going to be a lot of it. It's a radical change that's happening. Aquarius is all about visionary, being future forward, marching to its own drumbeat, yet being the humanitarian. All right, so a lot of big changes happening. It's just think regeneration, just think your personal revolution. Okay, in terms of career, in terms of everything 10th house related that I mentioned earlier. Okay, public recognition as well. But this is going to be a huge change for you. All right, huge change for you. I've been referencing the Breakfast Club. None of those five came out of that school the same person. They all became, the better versions of themselves. So use this, okay? The Pluto in Aquarius, please use it. It's for the next 20 years. Pluto will be in Aquarius for, it's going to retrograde a little bit toward the end of this year, then go back into Aquarius permanently for 20 years. So consider the next couple of months like a preview of what your life is going to be like for the next 20 years in terms of career, in terms of public recognition and honors and achievements and whatnot. So really big time for you, really big time, especially this month with all this activity in Aquarius. So with that said, let's get started, Taurus. Let's see what's going on for you for January 15th to the 21st. Again, this is for Taurus and Taurus rising. If you do want to read for your moon and your Venus, you are absolutely welcome to. If you want more insight into what's happening for you this week, especially if you know your birth chart. But with that said, Taurus, let's get started. See what's happening, Taurus. Like I said earlier, I do a traditional call to cross spread. It really does bring the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. Secondly, Taurus. You're good. You're just going to be good. You're going to be good for like forever. For, Jupiter in your sign for the next 6 months is just, oh my goodness. Like, you have no idea. You're going to be absolutely amazing. But let's get started. You're good. You're absolutely good here. Very emotional week for you. And, that imagination is there. This is such a beautiful week for you. Look at what's happening. Look at what's happening. Let's get started. You got the Six of Pentacles. Okay. So really love this. What I love about the Six of Pentacles showing up like in your past is like there is a sense of like this harmony, this sense of like you having a little bit more balance in terms of like, Pentacles are all about wealth, right? Money and wealth, but it's more like sharing that wealth, the wealth that you have. And it's not just money, wealth in like family, wealth in, your career. It's just like that wealth and knowledge, right? And so I really absolutely love this. You even see the scale in the man's hand. So there's a lot of gratitude in this card, a lot of kindness in this card. Again, remember, we're kicking it off with all this compassion. So it seems like that you've been very supportive for a lot of people, and you could have felt it likewise, right? Having a lot of support coming your way as well if you needed it, if you felt that you needed support. So it's really put you in this space where you do feel a little bit more like emotionally charged, emotionally stable, even with with the fact that you got the King of Cups in the heart of your spread. The King of Cups, look at his throne on top of all that turbulent water. Nothing's going to knock him off that throne. That's how emotionally stable he is. He is someone who has so much love to give. He's mastered his emotions. This is mastery of emotion. So you're going to be feeling really good on top of that throne. Cups, water's emotions, right? But even, cups, emotions, love, and like wonderment and intuition, like a very intuitive week for you for sure. Like you will definitely feel it. Look at what's going on here. Well, the other thing is, I'll get to that. Well, let me just show you now. You got the pair. You got the King and the Queen of Cups. Oh my goodness. So a lot of like that emotion, it's like you being a rock for other people. A lot of that's going to turn inward now. You feeling like that you are that person. All right. But we're going to talk about this later. You did get the Ten of Swords in your challenge area. And so I actually really like this. I really do like this for you. 10 is the end of the suit. 1-0 equals 1. 10 swords completely impaling this person. There is a sense of like, it's almost like a freeness that I'm feeling that's coming from this. That's really nice, especially if you've gone through a lot of just like being in this headspace where maybe there could have been like self-sabotage energy, you've broken free. There could have been like fears, you're breaking free. Like that's what's really happening here. There's almost like this like rebirth, but this nice rebirth in terms of like emotional capacity, and also just this intuitive energy. It's almost like you've unlocked a lot of that, a lot of the, if you have been in this headspace, you've flipped it, which is really nice. And you've harnessed this energy that makes you, that person that you're drawing people to you, which is really nice because they know that they can count on you. And this is just really nice, especially because, again, you have the Four of Swords in your crown. I really do love this. Very interesting. And I'm going to show you something later, but just corresponding with the Four of Swords, which is all about meditation. It's that stillness of mind. It's that the equilibrium up here, right? Remember, you're coming from the Six of Pentacles where he does hold that scale, and equilibrium is, break that word down to its etymological root, equal, librium, Libra, right? Sun in Libra. And so Libra being the native ruler of partnerships and relationships, there could be a lot of activity there. And I say that because King of Cups is Scorpio, which is your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. So there could just be just this feeling really good in terms of partnerships and relationships, and you knowing that you are emotionally there and you have this emotional intelligence as well. But there's also just like this peace that's coming here. And that's why I like that you have the Ten of Swords here. So if you do feel that there's still some restless energy, like going up here, or, even in your physical world, if you feel like you haven't had that support, this is that week to just, it's almost like you are going to take that time out to reflect and let things go. All right. You got the Fool. And so you got the Fool in the root of your spread. This is like, you are ready for this new journey, this new adventure. Absolutely amazing. This is okay. I'm going to tell you why. The Fool, which is, we're kicking off the Fool's journey, right? With the Fool, you see the full abundance of the sun. You see, there's so much optimism and opportunity in this card, and so much light, and risk taking, and taking that leap of faith, and moving in this new direction, starting this new journey in your life. Remember, Jupiter went direct at the end of December, and that opened up. Speaking of freeness, that opened so much. Your world is starting to open. All right. So I really love that for you. But this is why I really love the fact that you got the Fool in the root of your spread, is because the Fool is attributed to Uranus. All right. And so two things here. One, Uranus is in your sign. All right. Uranus is all about breakthroughs. The second thing, Uranus is the ruling planet for Aquarius. And as we know, Pluto is moving into Aquarius, and we're moving into Aquarius season. And so this is a big thing, because that is going to be, that's a lot of career activity if you are here for a career. But again, it can just be the way that you want to be perceived, and, having confidence there, and, ascending in your community, work related matters, just wherever you feel it. But you're good. I mean, you have the Queen of Cups in your future. You got the pair here again, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. And the difference between the King and the Queen, the King, their energies are more external, and their powers are more external. The Queen's more internal, right? So this is just like, wow, just really feeling it, like all that love, having all that love to give. I mean, she is the most loving queen. She leads with her heart, right? She leads with her heart, just like the king, but she has this, it's self-love that's it's almost like transcendent. And then with that intuitive energy, with the Four of Swords up in your crown, and with the King and the Queen of Cups, wow, that intuitive energy this week could be just like, through the roof, up the roof. It's up. It's breaking the roof. Okay. Now, really love this. I mean, you're just moving into this place where it's just like this abundance of love. All right. What did I say earlier? That's transcendent. Really love that for you. So there's a sense of like just kindness and warmth and compassion. Remember, again, you started off with the Six of Pentacles, that, sharing, that generosity and that gratitude. It just, you're good. You're absolutely good, Taurus. Let's get to your stuff. Taurus. Taurus, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know what is going on. Let me know. What was your intentions for the new moon? What's happening for y'all? I'm very curious, honestly, with Tauruses, like with what's happening for y'all for the first 6 months. Like, it's just like breaking the roof. Taurus, oh my. I think that there was a point, when I started this reading, I was like, every reading that you're going to have is pretty much going to be like really good from this point forward. And here's your affirmation. I mean, you're really good. This is like legendary. You're legendary. This is like a Titanic spread. Speaking of etymology, Titanic comes from like Titan, like the worshipping of the old gods and what. Anyway, I'm not even going to get into it. I'm going to read your spread and you're going to be very happy. You got the Page of Swords. Yeah, there's movement. There's so much movement. You're ready to get going, especially in a mental capacity, in communication. When I say mental capacity, it's like things that have to do with like communication, thinking, logic, all of that. Remember, I said Mercury's very active this week. And so boom. You're ready to go, and there is messages coming through for you this week. So intuitively, you will definitely feel it. All right. You will definitely know things that are coming through, but also in your physical world, especially with a Page of Swords. Pages, they bring in that fresh new energy, those new beginnings. And it's like there's this eagerness, especially with the Page of Swords and the Fool, right? There's this eagerness to just get going in all capacities. But up here, it's like your mind is just like, let's get this. I'm ready to conquer. I'm ready to go forward. I'm ready to move forward. There's so much enthusiasm here. And then you have the Ace of Wands in your external factors area. So very wonderful. Very wonderful. Who says that? Very, very nice. Okay. Hey, listen, Ace of Wands. Come on, in your external factors area. So there is this growth. There is something new coming through. All right. Again, you have the Fool and the root of your spread. Now you have the Ace of Wands. Ace is ushering in that new change, those new opportunities, new beginnings. Wands, all about your passions, your ideas. Creativity is a big thing for you this week. Okay. So remember, move with that, like your imagination, all of that. It's really nice. And then also work related. Remember, that is going to be the biggest thing of all, with the fact that Pluto is moving into Aquarius. So not only, but let me remind you, sure, Pluto moving into Aquarius is something to look out for the next 20 years. But the Sun moving into Aquarius for the next 4 weeks is also a big thing in terms of your career. Okay. And so again, a lot of forward momentum here, especially with the Fool. You have the Ace of Wands, you have the Page of Swords. So there could be something new brewing in your life. All right. There could be something brand new, because the Wands are also enterprise related, career opportunities as well. And then you have Temperance. So hello. Really, really nice. Speaking of Pluto in Aquarius being very transformative, well, Temperance is Sagittarius, which rules your 8th house, which is the house of transformation and death and rebirth. So it looks like there's just this easiness to your spread. Temperance is, all about self-restraint. That's what it literally means, right? But it's finding that balance. It's kind of like that's maybe like the biggest goal for you this week, is like having this balance like throughout your week, and then just having it stabilized and just enjoying the moment, not having any, like, it's almost like if you have any doubts for the future or any of that, it's like your intuition and your confidence is going to overpower that. Okay. And let it, if you do feel like any sort of doubts, like you have nothing, like you're good. I mean, look at your final outcome. You have the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, you're good. Taurus, why are you looking at me that way? I'm just joking. 10 of Pentacles. Listen, this is your kingdom come. All right, this is your kingdom come. This is, I feel like you're always, is it you? You're always getting this card, but the 10 of Pentacles, you see it raining pentacles in the form of the tree of life. That's how significant this card is. Okay. This is, it's like the you made it card. Remember, 10 is the end. So it's like, you've come to this place, a lot of family energy here, a lot of inheritance energy here. So that you could be like inheriting something, but there is a sense of like, growth, optimism, prosperity. Remember, Jupiter is in your sign. This also, check out the harvest. Okay, look at the harvest. All right, you see how big their castle is. You see how happy the family is. I mean, you're fine. You're good. A lot of, again, family energy. There, 3 generations represented in this card. Yeah, it's almost like there is a happy ending for you. It's really, really nice. And it does involve like, again, your physical world, money, wealth, even like, remember, partnerships could be a big thing as well with what's happening here. There's just so much like, nurture everything that's happening for you this week, okay? Especially with the Queen of Cups, who is Cancer, and they are very like nurturing, right? But Queen of Cups coming up with the Ace of Wands as well. Like, there's nurture this new thing that's happening. But you're good. I mean, this is you're good. I mean, I want to say it's, I mean, like you're good. I mean, you just know that. All right, Taurus. But there you go. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's happening for y'all. I'm very excited for Tauruses. And oh gosh, next week, we have next week we have that full moon. We're already there. Wow. We're already at the full moon in Leo. That is going to be a pretty big thing for you. Okay. Because speaking of family, that's been, here. And then, you have these like very like authoritative figures, parental figures, but then you also have like a lot of love stuff here, partnership stuff. But even still, this being in your final outcome, leading up to next week with that full moon in Leo in your 4th house of family and children and your significant other and home. Home is a big thing, okay? There could be a lot of y'all moving. There could be a lot of y'all changing things around home or what. I'll talk about it next week. All right, Taurus, thanks so much. I will see you next week. All right, bye-bye.